Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So today's topic, does exercise work for weight loss? Does exercise help weight loss? And I'm going to talk about a specific type of exercise today. So over the last few years, it's become very popular to beast yourself, completely beast yourself, high intensity exercise, and just go all out and really on it with exercise. And so that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. Does this type of exercise work for weight loss? Does it help? And so if we think about what we're talking about now, like what kind of gym, who offers this kind of exercise? It's the studio gyms, circuit training, things like F45, which is popular as well. So keep in mind like that kind of thing when I'm talking about the specific subjects in this video. And so, little side note, a lot of people struggle with their eating as well. And one of the big topics that often comes up is emotional eating. Now, I have a specific Facebook group for women only, where I go over really in-depth topics about emotional eating, how to solve emotional eating, so that when you do eat to lose weight, you're all going in one direction, not being pulled back, tug of war kind of situation with emotional eating, which makes you eat things you didn't really want to eat. So if you would like to join that, I've put the link down in the description below. But let's get into the video. So, like I said before, when it comes to losing weight, it's very popular to beast yourself with exercise, maximum calorie burn, maximum heart rate, maximum effort, maximum everything. And yes, this can help you lose more weight because you're burning more calories. But the question that comes up is, how long can you maintain this for? And what mindset do you have around the exercise? So let's discuss a few of these things. The first thing, especially if you are new to exercise, is when you start doing something, especially maximum effort, you're going to ache the next day. You're going to ache a little bit. So sustainability comes into it straight away of you might not feel like doing exercise the next day because you might have pushed yourself too much. And so straight away, you might go off your intended plan of exercise. So let's say you plan to go and do whatever you're going to do, the circuit training or high intensity exercise every day of the week. If you are aching all over, you might then decide, oh, I'm going to have a few days off because I want to recover. And so you do, let's say Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, possibly even Friday, you're still aching. And so you say, oh, I'll go again when I stop aching. And so you feel already that you haven't committed to what you wanted to do. So that's the first question. Does going into it straight away, maximum effort, get you less results because you then end up going less? So that's an important thing to consider. Also, someone that might not necessarily enjoy exercise, someone that's new to exercise, if they are aching all over, they're going to have a negative association with exercise. They're going to associate exercise with pain when that's not necessary. You don't have to associate exercise with all this pain and all this really high intensity, which is a lot of work. So that's the next thing to consider. Like, everything you do to the maximum is always going to cause maximum pain, maximum results. So next, it's really important to consider that there is a difference between exercise for fitness and exercise for calorie burning. Yes, fitness is very important and it has really good effects on health. However, we have to consider a few things. So if you are exercising maximum intensity with the aim of improving fitness and burning calories at the same time, then how will the rest of your day be? If you are tiring yourself out in a session and you end up resting more, even without realizing it, like moving around less in the rest of the day, then are you burning fewer calories in the rest of the day? So what happens quite often is you burn a certain amount of calories in a fitness session, tire yourself out and end up burning fewer calories in the rest of the day. So that session ends up being negated because the calories you would have burnt anyway in the rest of your day end up being lower. So the calories you burn in the session end up just making up for those calories anyway. So you end up in the same place. So it's very important to consider stuff like that. The next thing is that a lot of people have an all or nothing mindset with exercise and food. So it's a bit like this. So while I am exercising, I will eat well. When I can exercise, I will eat well. When I can't exercise, I just eat whatever. So it's, if I can be perfect and do everything, then everything is totally working, I will do it. But when I can't, everything's just out the window. So it's this all or nothing mindset. You're either doing it or not doing it. And this links back into previous points about whether you're going every day, whether you're feeling good enough or tired enough, aching or not. On those days where you don't feel like you want to go to the gym, you end up having a day off everything because of this all or nothing mindset of I can't exercise today, so what's the point of eating well? That kind of thing. And this is very important because, like I said, there's not always going to be the chance to go to the gym every day. And sometimes as well, your routine may be thrown off as well. So what happens when you are late, you can't make time to go to the gym, or something comes up in your day and you just can't make it? Does that mean the whole diet and everything's out the window for that day? That's the importance of black and white thinking and the all or nothing mindset. You have to have something in between of, yeah, I'll still do the best I can. But most people are stuck in this all or nothing mindset where they only do everything when they can be perfect. And that's a problem for long-term results and sustainability. There's also this idea of getting momentum. So, oh, I've missed a day, so I've broken my routine, and I'll just have the next day off as well. And the weekend's coming up, so I'll start again on Monday. So you end up having a block of days that you haven't gone, and you've got out of your routine, and then Monday comes around, and or maybe something comes up, and it's so difficult now to get back into the routine. So this, again, all or nothing mindset of I have to be totally on it, totally doing it, totally beasting it all the time, is not a good mindset to have, because as soon as something happens, it's hard to get it started again. And you can see where I'm going with this. Having a mindset where you can think in between, having a grey mindset rather than black and white, on and off, is much better, because doing something always gets you some results. And then we have to think about the guilt cycle. So the guilt cycle is something that happens to many people on a diet. So it goes as follows. So you eat something that you didn't really want to eat. You feel like you have gone off track. And again, this links in with the all or nothing mindset, because you feel you have to be perfect to get results. You've gone off track, whatever it might be. Someone's given you a piece of cake and you've eaten it. On the weekend, you ate more than you really planned to. And then you weigh yourself and you haven't lost weight, or you've put on weight. And you feel really bad about yourself, you feel guilty. So you think, oh, I really need to lose weight. So what I need to do is be even more perfect. I need to be even more perfect with my eating. I need to restrict myself more. I need to be totally on it. With exercise, I need to do more. I need to go every single day, whatever. I need to completely beast myself. And so what you're doing is you're putting even more pressure and even more stress on yourself. You're probably tireder, you're probably hungrier. And the repercussions of this are that you get even more cravings for food. And then if you are using your willpower, when that runs out, the binges you have and the overeating become worse. The cravings become worse. So then you end up going off track even more, feeling guilty again, and then thinking, oh, what's wrong with me? I've broken my diet again. I need to be even more on it. I need to be even more precise. Maybe I'll exercise twice a day. And it goes down this route which gets worse and worse and worse. The problem with that is, where do you go? You can't exercise 3 times a day. Or if you do, you get into an even deeper hole and make it even worse for yourself. So this is another problem. So what is the best exercise to lose weight? How do you exercise in the best possible way to lose weight long-term and sustainably and keep it off? So the first thing is mindset. Having a grey mindset of, I'll always do the best I can at the moment. So I will do something every day. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be nothing. So start with steps. So you can measure steps either on your phone or using a fitness watch. And the best thing to do is start with an easy number. So I would advise tracking for one day and seeing what your baseline is. What are you currently doing? And increase it by a little bit, maybe 1,000 to 2,000. Ideally, you'd be wanting to do 10 to 15,000 steps per day, but start from what's good for you. And the great thing about steps is they happen all the time. You can be walking around your house, walking to work, walking around work. Anything is a step, right? Even doing like the washing up, you're moving around, and this counts as movement, steps. And the great thing about steps is you don't need to plan anything specific, you don't need to wear any special clothes, you don't need to have a shower afterwards. So you can get them in quite quickly and easily throughout the day. And the more steps you do, the more calories you burn. And the big thing is that you are not beasting yourself. You're not pushing your body to the maximum. You're just burning energy in a very sort of moderate way, and they add up over time. So start with steps. Steps is a great thing that most people could do better with, get more in. And so that is point number one. Oh, and just a side note on this, steps don't need to be classed as exercise. So it could be anything. So let's say you really enjoy shopping. If you've ever been for a shopping trip, think how much you've walked around, and that counts as exercise. You may not have thought about it, but that's exercise. So doing things you enjoy, listening to some music, going for a walk, things like that, or even on the phone to a friend, these things really add up, and it's calorie burn, it's energy burn, which help your weight loss journey. So the next thing, the exercise that you do should be focused on strength and resistance training. And so this is stuff in the gym, or it could be at home as well. And the idea with this is like the calorie burning from walking and just general movement reduces your size, and your shape is formed by doing exercises that are resistance based. So that bikini body, you get the size by reducing your calories and burning more calories. The shape comes from building a lean toned muscle, and that is done by resistance training. So resistance training helps you in several ways. Not only does it get you stronger and able to move around, deal with life better, but it gives you that lean toned look, like I said. And so doing this 2 to 3 times a week would be great, a great start. And so next, if you really need to, adding in some conditioning, maybe 1 to 2 times per week. So this could be some kind of circuit training or cardio, like running something, if you need it. But it's the last thing you should be adding in. So steps primarily, then some resistance training, strength training, 2 to 3 times a week, and then only if you need it, and most people don't, some running or conditioning kind of training. And that's the stuff that gives you the fitness. And yeah, you can do it on the side because it's great to be fit, it's great to increase your fitness, but it's not necessary for weight loss, especially if you're reducing your calories, because that kind of training, you need a lot of extra energy, a lot of extra food to help you. And so you shouldn't be reducing calories loads, you shouldn't be like depleted, because you're just gonna feel worse. And like I said before, you'll feel hungrier, tireder, it'll end up giving you more physical cravings and you'll want more food. And it makes it a lot harder to stick to whatever you are doing. So that is the thinking and the mindset around exercise for dieting. Those are my tips on how to make it more sustainable. So any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And that is it for today. Subscribe if you haven't already, a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.